What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. Give it a couple seconds. See what's up. Mm. Hold on. All right, let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll here for a little bit. Get a couple things going. All right. So, happy Monday. A rainy one, but, you know, any day above ground's a good day. And we got a lot of good stuff for you. So today we got talking about dog parks, beach bash and cash, time to retire, trash wars, state and county relationships, and lead by example. So we always go with the positive, then the daily news here. So first and foremost, tomorrow at 4 o'clock, those looking to get involved with the Chamber of Commerce and the direction of Atlantic City. At the Atlantic City campus, we're going to have our very own Lance Landgraf for the Casino Redevelopment Authority, and also one of the mayor commissioners, how they work over there, Ventnor, speak. Got Dan Jennings from the Economic Development Authority. We got Christina Vagan, the Michaels organization. Don't know what that is. And we have Davido, Val, Conduit. Don't know, but if you're interested, 4 o'clock to 6:30, AC campus, Stockton. That's where it's at. Don't forget the Summers Point Police Department Easter egg hunt, 10 a.m. at the John F. Kennedy Park, which is past the diner, past Pier 4, up on the water. Nice park. I'm sure the Summers Point Police Department would do a phenomenal job with that. That's it. We're not getting nothing else because we got a lot to talk about. Number two, congratulations to Ovechkin, surpassing Wayne Gretzky, who is definitely a GOAT in the hockey world. So congratulations to him on his goal, on his accomplishment. And it also says a lot for the two different generations where, you have these two guys would be comparable to the Jordan LeBron conversations. Now, hold on. Where they accomplished the same goal at the same time within games. And it took Ovechkin one extra game to surpass, but he tied them equally. But Wayne having 3 more Stanley Cups, the GOAT, a GOAT. Now you talk about I did a little soul searching. My man Joe Bo Benani. You look at the first 13 years between Jordan and LeBron, you can't even hold the candle. So for all you LeBron lovers out there, nah. You got to go with the time of the record when it was set, not on his 30th year playing. So we'll get off of that right now. What else? That's it. So now I'm going to get that also, too. My friend George, future county commissioner, George Tibbet, stopped by Skinny Joey Merlino's cheesesteak place the other day and brought me back one. And I had it. It was good. I've also had the pleasure to have a Cuzzy Steak, which is on Tennessee Avenue. My man Victor. Those who don't know Victor, it's Danny, who's here, Ducktown's cousin. But we all know Victor from Vic and Anthony's. So, have them both, and I'm not saying it because I'm saying it. If you go to a game, I get the novelty. But if you're from down here and you want a mean cheesesteak with Cooper Sharp and onions, you might want to visit Cuzzy's. It's on the beach. It's on the Atlantic Avenue side. Actually, it's right across the street from the Atlantic County Library. So on the corner of Tennessee and Atlantic, second store in. It's his mom's breakfast place that converts over, the Cup and Saucer. That converts over to Cuzzy Steaks Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm sorry. Cuzzy Steaks beat Skinny's. You know, if it comes to it, meet in Hamilton, that's the 50-yard line for the both of yous. You know, they both traveled as far, whatever. I'm going to give it to Cuzzy Steaks. So if you haven't tried it, try it. What else we got here? And another thank you to June Burns, who is a county commissioner for the awesome county of Atlantic County. Miss Burns implemented April 1st be Child Prevention Month, Child Abuse Prevention Month for Atlantic County. It couldn't have come any sooner, any better of a time because it's an issue. And she had the courage to bring it up. It was unanimously amongst all, when I say all, Ernest Coursey as well. And we'll take a listen on that real quick so we can hear it.
Resolution 212.
Resolution declaring the month of April as Child Abuse Prevention Month, sponsored June Burns.
Moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any commissioner comments?
Yes.
Commissioner Burns.
Thank you, Chairman. Though April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, as county commissioners, we have a role to play in ensuring all children have positive experiences and families have the resources that they need. This resolution shows our support for all children, families, caregivers, neighbors, educators, law officials, and our very own Atlantic County Youth Services Commission. April 30th at 10 a.m. at the Atlantic County Office Building in Atlantic City in the auditorium. We are hosting a Pinwheels for Prevention program to raise awareness and advocate for the well-being of all children in Atlantic County. The pinwheel symbolizes childhood innocence and a joyful, carefree experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Please call the roll.
Bertino?
Yes.
Burns?
Yes.
Coursey?
Yes.
Gatto?
Yes.
Kern?
Yes.
Parker?
Ernest Coursey, yes. It's funny. What politicians do to stay secure. Because you know damn well he's in a bad spot, but I know he's a father and a gentleman. Had to do the right thing, but see what I'm saying, people? When it comes to election time and stuff like that, you got to be careful who you go with, and that is going to be his exit knowing that he supported that and it's going to eat Marty's rear end up, that he supported it 100%. So, thank you, Miss June Burns, for doing that, and all the county commissioners. Thank you very much. I would love to have seen if Reverend Days, what his reply would have been. That would have been interesting. And Reverend Days is the one looking to replace Ernest Corsi and battled out against George Tibbet, who loves his children, unlike our mayor, who likes to allegedly earth slam his child. So, enough about that. What we got here now? Let's talk about dog parks. Now, speaking of dog parks and dogs, our mayor thinks it's a good idea to put a dog park at the end of Bartram Avenue and the boardwalk. Obviously, he doesn't come down to that side of town at all because it's a dead end. Few things that are raising concerns is, A, who's cleaning up after the dogs every single day? Because that proposes a health risk. Multiple dogs. What is the insurances? And I know the city's self-insured. How much money don't we have to give out? God forbid a kid gets bit, someone dropping off their family to go to the beach, they hit a dog gets loose. You know, inviting the public to that specific location where people use it as a yard because they don't have one. You know, I get it. People love their dogs. People say dogs before humans, whatever, the whole nine. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to think of the reality of it. You have an entire beach that before 9 a.m. or after 6 p.m., you can take your dog down there, run amok. No one's going to say anything to you. To take a nice piece of ground that's groomed, that's decorated for the holidays, and heavily traveled on Bartram and Kingston by people to take advantage of the free beach that we have. Now you're adding on the dog park. Well, that's just more traffic, a lot more chaos, a lot more arguments. You know, people calling our police department to go down there to handle, essentially be a stupid situation. You know, as opposed of going to the piece of land the city owns that they tried to give to Mary J. Blige, one in from Trenton, so someone help me out with that, right in front of the Enclave. It's a vacant piece of land. It's dirt. The city owns it. Put it there. Somebody wants to take their dog for a walk, plenty of room for bicycles to build a bicycle rack. Obviously, you have that parking garage. If somebody wants to come in from out of town and drive in and park their car, you're not doing that on Bartram and Kingston and Columbia Avenue because you already have your summer impact of people coming down already. And now you're making it a dog destination at 10 pounds of shit in a 2-pound bag. Doesn't make sense. So instead of giving free real estate away until you come up with a viable plan, take it down to that empty lot. Okay? Make a dog park. Put up a bike rack, because I see some people with their dogs and they ride and the dog runs, whatever. Got the parking garage. You got that coffee shop up the street if they want to walk up there and get a cup of coffee. Go 1 block up higher and go get a taco from Mexico or an ice cream from Island Creamery or the Dominican spot next door. There's more to it over there to walk up and down than it is on that block because you're just creating a nuisance. And I just find it ironic that the guy who's afraid of a little chihuahua wants a dog park. So do your homework. I mean, if you won't even pet a dog, how are you even so passionate about getting this thing done in Lower Chelsea. I petition we put a dog park next to your house or in the backyard you do not own. Let's convert that into a dog park because you did not consult with anybody about it. It's just here, jam it down your throat, take it. And it's a vote getting thing. I get it, but we're not dumb. It's just in the wrong place. It should be down further, not there, where it's a popular roundabout turnover situation in the summer when people come to visit and take advantage of the natural beauty we have. You got me, Stu Nod? Thank you. Beach Bash and Cash. Now, this is twofold. There's a major problem with the concert that is coming to Atlantic City, that they want to do it in front of the Ocean Club, and with the Ocean Club and their addition to their beach business that they have to do. So, hear me out. As far as the expansion goes, like I said it before, you can't deny them. You got to give those people an opportunity to prove that they can operate in a manner respectfully to the residents directly in front of the Ocean Club. Just like the bungalow has to, and or I guess Landshark as well, where your music has to be brought down at a certain decibel at 10 p.m., no loud music, no. Okay? You got all day to do what you got to do, but quality of life at nighttime, you got to give them an opportunity. So, some may not like that, but being fair. Now, as far as the actual huge beach concert melee, why isn't it being done on Missouri Avenue where every other concert partakes when they come to Atlantic City or Bader Field? And let me go back a little bit. Mr. Mayor, you use CRDA funds in a selfish and almost criminal way to where when they were siphoned to you, no one could deny your basketball court at Bader Field. Well, that field looks like shit. So why don't you convert the basketball court at Bader Field to the dog park? And the doggies got all the room in the world to do what they want to do. Okay? So there are your two options. Next to the Enclave or Bader Field, where you irresponsibly built a basketball court that got used twice. Okay? That is true leadership. Pick one of the two, because it's not coming to Bartram. Ain't happening. Trust me. It ain't going to work out. Now, back to the beach concerts. Why aren't we having these beach concerts at Bader Field or Missouri Avenue on the boardwalk? There's no reason for that many people to be in front of a residency like that at all, because all you're doing is you're creating havoc for the people that live in both towers. You're creating a financial hardship on Tropicana Casino. You're going to create a hardship with the people living in the condos, because in past years, and I've dealt with this guy, they don't live up to their responsibilities providing the correct toiletries, safety, and whatever, the whole nine. To save a disgusting conversation, it was ugly. They all should be brought down to Missouri Avenue, and like other concerts that we've had there. It's in a casino. It's in a loud area. You can get nuts. Do what you got to do. No reason to put it in front of a residential condo association. Zero. Zero, zero, zero. It's been proven it works down right over here, past Caesars, right next to the Ocean One. Keep it there. Has no business coming down on this end. Zero. So I empower the people of Ocean Club. Fight, fight, fight it. Move it to Missouri Avenue where it belongs. All right. Now, let's talk about time to retire. And most of these might get mad with this, but unfortunately, there was a bad apple, allegedly, again, in the Atlantic City Police Department with a gentleman misbehaving with a female. And Don Williams, and I heard it, is out of reach, out of touch with today. How WOND still has him employed is beyond me. But I found it disrespectful, disheartening. Anything to the lady herself and her family on how he treated the situation. He's no Pinky Kravitz at all. But I think it's time that you take Dan Klein and Mike Lopez and step them up and you send Don Williams off into the sunset. He has outlived his expectation, and this is like the second or third time now, he disrespected someone who was put in a bad situation. So the responsibility of that news show, I get it. He brings in ratings. At the same time, though, there's got to be a little compassion that he lacks. Zero compassion. It was disgusting on what he did. Absolutely horrible, and he should be taken off the air immediately. Bring up Dan. Bring up Mike Lopez. Unfortunately, we don't have a David Spatz anymore neither, but the three of them, gentlemen of gentlemen. Even Miss Ann Baker. Have the four of them, well, three of them, figure it out. Because Don Williams needs to go. 4, Trash Wars. Congratulations to the city of Pleasantville for denying that transfer station over on Washington Avenue. Good call. No one should look or smell at a pile of trash. I think the ACUA should look into alternative measures on how to recycle trash into energy if we got so much of it. Spend the money, make it happen, put it to good use. But I think Atlantic City, Pleasantville, and Egg Harbor City are tired of getting the shit end of the stick when it comes to certain things. They're not given a chance to flourish and beautify like everyone else has or is. But it was a good move. We need to make Pleasantville a more attractive pass-through to come into Atlantic City. We need to give the people there a better quality of life and not just all dumping grounds. It needs to be shared amongst everyone in the county. The three of us, we're not your trash can. So, thank you to Pleasantville for doing that. State and county. This goes to the pilot program. Listen, I don't care Palestina. I don't care Levinson. Hear me out. I'm friends with both of yous. You both are messed up and both good people. All I'm saying is the differences you two have need to stop. You two need to work together. Bring in Van Drew as well. Let him be the mediator. And figure out what is the best way to tax everyone equally in the county. To where we're not saying, well, you did this, the cost is this, and we're getting that. The two of you have an obligation to us, the voters, to work together. So figure out someone's office or split it 50-50 and figure out what is a better way than what we are now, because the pilot's not going to go away, but it needs to be adjusted to where, we lessen the pain, okay? So, figure it out, grow up, act like men, and get it done, okay? Because you both look like assholes at the end of the day arguing like this, pointing fingers. You, him, me. Get together, figure it out, and yes, I'm calling both of you out. I really don't care. So it is what it is. Figure it out for us, the residents of Atlantic County. Both of you could care less. The rest of us, help us. Help us help you. Thank you. And then we got lead by example. Backtrack a little bit. Atlantic City PD unfortunately had a bad apple, like I said. But how? Hear me out. How was this young man put on leave, which is fine, and then suspended without pay? What is the difference between him and the mayor and superintendent? Someone tell me what is the difference between the two of them versus that young man. How does he get it and no one else does? How did anybody else, a cop, fireman, first responder, whatever, get put in a situation, lose everything, suffer, get 4 or 5 jobs? Some fortunately got it back, some didn't. But those who had to fight to survive, knowing they were innocent, how does that work? How does that legally work? What does that show the public? People, it's not fair. If you're not of small status, this is what happens. They shit on you. Now, the big news. The big news. We hit gold status with the podcasts. Gold status. Not once. I found a second one. 2 times. And who do I owe it to? My friend Marty. Marty, thank you. Because without you, I wouldn't have this. And I got to adjust it. You got to see here. Ladies and gentlemen, we hit 10,000. We got that in there? There it is. We hit 10,000 likes. 2 times. 2 times 10,000. Marty, thank you for getting me 2 posts within weeks over 10. Actually, one was 11,000, one 16,000. I just want to thank you so much for that. I mean, we might do some Don Julio later. We might get some Blaytons later. We might get some. What else we got here? We got more Blaytons. Got Class A. We got Ace of Spades. But Marty and LaQuetta, thank you so much for getting me higher on the map on your stupidity and idiotic actions. Thank you so much. I mean, and thank you to Throw Me a Party, who did these awesome balloon display. Thank you. Everyone for your balloon needs, party needs, go to Throw Me a Party on Fire Road behind Boardwalk Honda. And thank my boy Carlo over at Carluccio's. Give me a banger Caesar salad and a slice of pepperoni today. No one today was going to be a banger show, but we're 10K 2 times, baby. Woo! I'm getting all these championships belts. Woo! Thank you.